Hey everybody, welcome back to a layout update. Yeah, I'm actually doing one. Anyways, this time around we've got locomotive projects, we've got a couple more freight cars, we got some new purchases, as well as an update on the process of getting the layout ready and an update on the trains simulator. So as always, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright everybody, first off, I am so sorry it's been so long. Schoolwork, and also because I've been doing like one thing, and we're having to drive. We're gone most of the day 3 times a week up until last week, and it's been killing me. So I come down here, want to do it in my head, but I had absolutely no motivation at all. But got me a couple weeks off from school, so I'm taking advantage of it. But we're going to start over here and just work our way around the layout. So first thing I'll point out, this is a project I'm doing for a friend of mine. It's a Athearn Genesis SD70 Ace. It came factory equipped with a Tsunami 2 and the standard bulbs in the headlights. So I've got some surface mount micro LEDs. Replace the ditch lights, the headlights. I'm going to do a cab light. I'm going to do step lights. Do headlights front and rear. And then he wanted me to put a TCS wow sound in there. So it's sitting there nice and cozy. Everything's hooked up with quick disconnects for micro mark, so the decoder's there. You've got your capacitor, you've got a couple extra functions out the back. You've got your green and brown, which are extra functions. That whole rat's nest there is for the lighting, the front and rear lights. These will probably be for the ditch lights, so I'll wire them up so we can do flashing ditch lights. And then that's just micro connections for the truck. And so this is getting there. I'm waiting on the appropriate resistors for use with these LEDs, because the annoying thing was I got LEDs that already had a resistor, a bridge rectifier pre-wired in, so they could be hooked up either way. Well, you know, I'm thinking that's great, man. I'm not gonna have to worry about getting the polarity wrong. Well, I get the lights put in. I twist the leads together. I test them with a 9-volt battery. Good grief, 9-volt battery. They work fine, and then I wire them into the engine. They don't light. So I called my hobby shop up. What's going on here? Did some digging on the internet, and near as I could tell, it's something to do with the decoder. It doesn't like the lighting rating on a decoder or something. That was beyond my DCC technical understanding. So Charlie's gonna see what kind of resistors I'll need, and if I can get them, I'm gonna get them either from a local Radio Shack we have up here, or get them from him. So that is coming. Other thing I've been doing is one of my Spectrum 2662s. The short has been fixed. It's been put back together, and it's got a TCS WOW Steam. No, it's got a Digitrax Steam. Digitrax sound chip in there. And to be perfectly frank, it sounds good. I'm very pleasantly surprised, because this is the first time I've heard any of Digitrax's sound decoders. I'm sure it's not quite up to snuff of Tsunami 2, but I mean, for this, it does what I need it to do and does it well. So yeah, I am happy. Other thing I've been doing, well, while we're here, we'll look at it. A couple of new purchases. These are both, what are these? These are, good grief. Oh, these are the new Athearn RTRs with the all the brand new tooling metal wheel sets. I love the detail. Love it. But for now, this is B&O, well, Chessie system 527123, and this is Illinois Central 67198. Made sure they don't clash with any of the hoppers I already have. Put them into JMRI. Eventually, these are going to get re-decal, re-lettered, because these, well, eventually these and all of the C and EI and all the Rio Grande hoppers are all going to get stripped of decals and lettering. They're all going to get re-decaled, re-lettered, and repainted if need be into Hocking Valley. Those are all technically are eventually going to be Hocking Valley coal cars, but for now they're stuck like that. So that's been going on. The other big thing, and yes, I've been listening to Ronnie Millsap and watching Approach Medium, so shout out Approach Medium. If you're watching this, I just finished your stream Wednesday night. But I had been labeling and labeling and labeling and labeling. Oh, you can't see it. And labeling and labeling. I've boy, the inventorying process is coming along slowly but surely. So the plan is to get these labeled with what to them. Like for instance, this one is glues, plaster for rock molds. Those down there, one of them is built bushes / trees. One of them's building. The other's, what's the label on that one? This one's buildings. And just the way I'm doing it, I'm grouping them. So like the down there, I've got the tubs with rolling stock and stuff and miscellaneous scrap supply. That's all tub 1 through 3. And then for the boxes, I've taken them and I've labeled them 4/4. So for box, there's 4 boxes that have the number 4, and they're all scenery stuff. Trees, bushes, buildings, that sort of thing. It's all scenery. So, and then of course boxes 1, 2, and 3 are all electrical, toggle switches and spare wire and stuff, whatever. So yeah, the process is slowly but surely coming. The layout has been cleaned up, and the other thing I want to point out are these wonderful little things from American Time Timber called HO Skull Gap Masters. I mentioned these in the last video. I've been getting clips of this, so there will be a separate how-to series, but when they are done being installed, that's what they look like. And look at that, you can't tell. You can't tell that that's actually a joint. So paint that out, weather it, it'll disappear. And I love it, I love it, I love it. And I've been putting them around here. I mean, it's same profile, you know, aside from that gap right there. I mean, you can't tell there's a joint. It looks perfect. I love it. But, so yeah, they are being put in. Like I said, I'll have a video. I've been getting clips of different installations. I videotaped that one. Wait, where to go? That one because it's a nice, simple, and straight. I videotaped right here across the joint, and this is where these really shine. Is at the joints. Look at that. Sorry about that. Anyways. So I just love, I love these. They work. I'm going to stop going because, like I said, I'll have a whole video about this with the process, my thoughts, everything else. So, yeah, be looking for that. That's honestly been it. It's been organizing. Been doing some talking, and I should mention this. Announcements. Couple announcements. Number one, as far as layout, unfortunately, it's going to get packed up a whole lot sooner than I thought. Like, as much as I hate to say it, you get back here and look at the whole thing. I had thought about trimming that backing ply up there, which, well, it's actually leftover OSB I got from a construction job, but I thought about putting OSB up, and painting it, and then putting fascia or skirt or something on the bottom to make it look less cluttered and gangly and weird and awkward. And I even thought about putting all this in storage and just keeping the 4-bay in my workbench, because this looks better because at least it has a fascia on it and finished scenery. And I did digging around online, and it's like, no, every successful house selling minimum clutter, and this does not sell. So, which means we can't leave it for last, which means this goes up sooner. So these couple weeks I got off, I'm going to be working heavily on, well, obviously Matt's locomotive, because that's a client, so that has priority. But also inventory and organizing. So probably what's going to happen, if I'm being honest, keep the workbench and one of the sections so I have a place to run locomotives, to test sound decoders and how the motor works. But the rest of it, I am afraid it's going to have to be packed up. Which the right thing is, part of last year's major construction project was to rip this whole siding out and extend the feeders and solder all the connections underneath, because I had just loose wrapped them, and I was going to go back and do it. Yeah, there's a famous phrase, well, I was going to go back and finish it later. 2 years later, I still haven't gotten to it. Now I won't get to it for another however long until we unpack this monstrosity in Huntsville. So yeah. So that's last year's construction project, and it still ain't finished. But whatever. So that won't happen. Obviously, this is, I hate to say it, but this is probably the most complete state you're going to see this layout in before it gets packed up. But I do have the trains simulator, which convenient shoe-in. As far as that goes, I want to mention real quick, I got and some of you this will mean nothing, but for the computer people out there, for computer nerds and guys that knows computer, the desktop, the problem with the simulator was the renderer. It was the render. The render initialization failed because I had an old graphics card. Old graphics card in it. It was, you could hear it whine. It wasn't working. And I had Tane SP3 on the laptop. Well, the route was getting so big it wouldn't load anymore. And it's an old cheapo to begin with. So, for those computer guys out there watching, I just put a GTX 1070 8GB gaming card in there, and oh my land, it is so awesome. But I have that, so I won't be without my trains. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up. Last thing, I'm going to try to make it to the Mid-America Toy and Train Show this weekend, and then the weekend after that, since I have the time off from school, I'm going to head down to Jack's, and he is taking a corner of the layout and rebuilding the meatpacking plant, expanding it, adding a storage yard, more switching, the whole. I'm going to go down there. We're going to have basically a building, work on buildings, work on scenery, work on track, a work session. So I'll try to get plenty of footage at the show and some purchases. I got some new twos I need to pick up. So I'll get video of that and I'll get it out to y'all eventually. But oh shoot, hang tight with me a minute. I want to do new subscriber shout outs. These are all video notifications. I can't think of y'all's names right now. I apologize. I should have planned this beforehand. But a shout out to all my new subscribers. I'm up to, it's 178 something, I think, which is it's awesome. I mean, it's gone up even when I will admit there's absolutely nothing on the channel as far as new content other than trains live streams. Thank you for these subscriptions and for tuning. So stick with me through however long this transition takes, and hopefully there are, bigger and better things coming. But so yeah, that is going to do it. Again, sorry it has been so long since the layout update. As always, check out the novel on fanfiction.net. The blog links at the top of my page. Check out the recommended channels on my homepage. A huge shout out to Railfan220, JJL Gravy, Approach Medium. Those are very, very, and Stephen Bennett. Very, very good channels. They do fantastic work. But so you know the drill. Check out all the links. Like, subscribe, comment below, hit the bell icon so you get all my notifications. And this is Goose and the Caboose Productions saying, everybody, thank you for keeping up. Thank you for watching. Take care. God bless. And I'll see you on the next video.